we've always been very pro the CMJ. My parents were right in the early days as founder members, and I think the good thing about that is that I've been brought up with it.
The jewellery industry in the UK, and certainly the retail jewellery industry, I think is one of the most magic industries that are in the UK.
Being a member of this group is really important for retail jewellers.
It's completely transformed in the past few years.
The whole networking opportunities we do find to be very, very enjoyable and very useful to us.
For me and our business is the ability to network with other like-minded professionals within the jewellery trade.
CMJ Media is completely unique. We are only jewellery and watches.
Now that I have recently tried PR, I am seeing a massive increase in web sales and interest in general.
For us, it is a key part of our strategy to maintain a very high visible platform for our brand.
Especially within the CMJ, that if you have a strong brand with a great story, that they're the ones to tell it.
The Company of Master Jewellers, the CMJ, is incredibly important to the UK jewellery industry. It's a buying group that a number of buyers, a number of retailers tell me it's really helped them decide what brands to stock in their stores, to really help them develop as retail jewellers, to explore new jewellery designers. But it's that support mechanism to really understand where the industry is going in the UK and globally.
When the board looked at the strategy for the business, the key performance for us is growth. We need more retailers within the group to grow the size of it, to grow the performance, to grow the net turnover. And we need our suppliers to do that with us. And there was two key areas that we looked at. First of all, in the UK, we looked at a buying group called AIS, who is the independent department store buying group. And I met the chief exec there and brought our board together with their board. And that was a real day of learning, and it was a seismic shift in our strategy, because the board had presented in front of them a successful independent retail buying group who had been the size of CMJ but had grown considerably within 5 years. So we could see it could happen. So that gave us confidence. And when we looked at AIS as a buying group, we would say that's what we want to be. And when we introduce that to retailers and suppliers, they go, yes, that's what you should be.
It's been very interesting for me as a British designer maker to be involved with the CMJ, as it wasn't something that I really thought about before. It's been really refreshing to me to have such a strong interest from members and from the CMJ itself about my product, and I feel that I've been very warmly received, and the accounts that I've developed have been excellent. I've very much enjoyed working with them, and again I've learnt a lot from the CMJ about presenting my product and how to work alongside the members. So yes, I'm very pleased, delighted in fact, and hope that it's a long-standing relationship.
Benefits to both retailers and suppliers attending. I think the seminars are of huge benefit to the members, and it also gives the brands a really good opportunity to showcase their portfolio. I think that we've seen a real increase in the number of shop-in-shop units that are being showed. I know that Clog Eye in particular find that of a great benefit because we can show the retailer exactly how the brand needs to look in store.
Well, for a top 10 supplier, which we are to the CMJ, it's that sort of collective support from across the group. I mean, for a brand such as Citizen, it just gives us tremendous credibility and authority in front of over 90 CMJ stockists now. And that does result definitely in increased sales.
The CMJ has gone through a huge evolution while I've been reporting on the jewellery industry, definitely. I think the group has grown hugely, but also adapted and changed quite a lot in the time that I've been reporting on it. I think the CMJ, when I first started out, was a standard buying group that operates as many do in different sectors in the UK. But now it's really adapted with the trade exhibitions, with the networking events, now with the conference. It's hugely changed, and the addition of CMJ Media is also another facet to the business that I think retailers and brands can really use and take advantage of the specialist knowledge. So it's completely transformed in the past few years.
When you're an independent retail jeweller, it's incredibly hard to know all of those stats and facts, to get the latest up-to-date information on the industry and what's hot in the jewellery retail and what's not. The company of master jewellers, the CMJ, that's what they do. They really research the industry. They know what the issues are, where the growth areas are, what the potential pitfalls could be during the next 12 months. So being a member of this group is really important for retail jewellers.
And we look at the map of the UK and we have retail deserts out there. We have Inverness, Stirling, Edinburgh, where we have no retailers at all, and that's just Scotland. As we move down the map and we look at major cities, we have one in Leeds, we have one in Liverpool. So it tells you that there is growth, never mind the suburbs and the market towns and what I call the one-horse towns across the UK, where a jeweller could quite happily join us. So the growth, yes, it can be phenomenal, but we've got to make sure that we've got the infrastructure in there to manage that growth.
The board of directors I've been shadowing for about 3 months now. It's been an incredible insight into the way the whole thing is steered in the right direction for the benefit of the group in total. It's been a real eye-opener. It's tremendous amount of work that's involved. I don't think any one of us retailers can ever imagine how much work is involved in steering this big ship now in the right direction. It's a real sense of responsibility that any board of director has, and that's demonstrated very clearly.
So numbers are great. We've doubled in size, we've almost 4 times net growth, and we've also 4 times net profit. A lot of people liked the cosy networking situation that we had when we had 80 retailers, and maybe some don't feel so loved now that we've got 150, but it's the drive of our business to ensure that that collective stays tight and feels loved and works together. Working within CMJ is down to the retailer of how much they want to take out of the services of CMJ. We don't ask them to buy from certain suppliers, we offer the suppliers to them. We don't demand that they take our marketing. We don't demand that they use our name. What we do demand is that they're successful at being independent jewellers.